Hi ladies, this morning I want to show you a quick and easy way to do an everyday eyeshadow look. I'm going to use, these are three that I use for more of a natural look: Mocha Java, Sandstone Shimmer Pearl, and Garnet. We're going to work with these three here. I also have some new lashes I picked up last night. $6 for a box of 3 sets here. I'll show you how I trim them and fit them to my eyes and how I apply them. So first we're going to start with the base, and what I always use as a primer for my eyelids is Candlelight. Depending on your skin tone, you'd want something to cancel out any kind of redness that you have up there. This works best for me. Some people don't have a lot of discoloration up there, but I like to have it a complete primed eyelid before I add any color so that it doesn't come through. I just put a little bit of the product directly onto my lid. And I use one of my brushes here to just blend it thoroughly. Make sure you completely blend it all in. And this is Candlelight ShadowSense. You can see how well it primed my lid there. And just do the same thing on the other side. Blend your whole lid. Just like that. Now they're primed. It's dry. It dries quickly once it's blended easily. Next, what I add is the Mocha Java. It's a really pretty light brown. It's what I also use to fill in my eyebrows. How I do this one here in my crease is I just take a little bit of the product on the brush and sweep in my creases. Just gives it a little bit of a brown notch up from my skin tone. I have a little bit of a hooded eyelid, so I like to get up a little bit higher so you can see the color. You can see just a little bit of brown. These shadows blend really nice and easy. You can make them more intense color, pigmented, or less intense by just continuing to blend. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. Just filling in the crease, back and forth, and bringing it up closer to my brow bone over here. Everybody's eye style is different, so what works for you might be different for your eye shape than it is for mine. But this is what works for me. I just place it a little bit higher on my brow bone so you can see the color. Then what I do is I take the Sandstone Shimmer Pearl, and I like to place this as a little bit of a brow highlighter. I just apply it up top here. I use the same brush, and I like to just work it in the top, and it blends that Mocha Java in so there's not a hard line. You see how it just gives it a little bit of shimmer and highlight on your brow bone, and it blends that Mocha Java so there's no hard lines. I'm going to repeat over on this side. Just slightly blending underneath my brow bone for a highlight. It's pretty easy, right? Then I'm gonna take the garnet and just give it a little, this is pretty pigmented, it's a little bit of a reddish brown tone to it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and fill this in my crease to just give it a little pop of color. You will see just a little bit of these shadows go a long way, and they last months. It took me 8 months to get through a Mocha Java, and a Mocha Java I use for brows, I use it for contouring, and I use it almost every day as a shadow. Okay, so you can see the difference. Just give it a little bit of pop. A little bit more of a warm tone there. But it's a great everyday look. It's not bold, it's not shimmery, it's just a nice matte pop of color for an everyday look. So that's pretty easy, right? I used the 3 colors here. Garnet, Sandstone Shimmer Pearl, and I used, this is Candlelight as the primer, and the Mocha Java in the crease. Okay, so I got these the other day. It's $2 per pair, so it's $6 for this pack I got at TJ Maxx. They're a little bit more flirty than an everyday look, but I like having fun with trying different styles. So I have not tried these before. I'm going to show you how I take them out of the packaging, how I test the fit, and how I trim them for comfort, and I'll show you how I apply them. Okay, so when you take them out of the package, you will see I'm using my tweezers here to hold onto the band of the lashes. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the lashes and just kind of set them across your eyelid, just without the glue, just to make sure that it is the correct length, to make sure you don't have to trim it. And usually if it's the correct length for your eye, you just want to trim the ends for comfort. So since we're not doing any glue, I'm just going to place them where I would put them with glue on to make sure that it would be the right size. And it looks like the length is good. I am just going to snip the 2 ends with this tiny little scissors here. And that's just because sometimes the ends will poke in the corner of your eye or the end here. It's not totally necessary. And so I have House of Lashes glue, and this is an opaque. It's green when you apply it, and then it's clear once it's almost dry, so then you know when to apply the lashes. I just take the glue and run it along the band like this. Make sure it's completely coated. With cheaper lashes, you might be able to get 2 to 3 wears out of them. They don't last as long, but they're cheap enough per pair that it's not really a big deal. I've talked to you guys before about my favorite, which is the Vixen lashes. They're like $40 a pair. You can get them on sale sometimes for 20% off, but they're gonna last a lot longer. Okay, so then I'm gonna take with my tweezers in the center, make sure that it's mostly dry. You can see there's gaps of clear and not green. That's how I know that it's about ready to apply, and then I have a little bit of time before it completely dries to set the lashes. I stick it in the center, and then I place it just above my lash line. If you get it too close, you will get in your lash line, and that is painful. I've done it. You just want to get it just above, but not too much of a gap. So what I usually do is I take the tweezers and I kind of pinch slightly between the gap here to get it just right. So that's this eye. Usually you can just use your finger to kind of pat the ends to make sure that it's secure. But then you can see the difference. Lashes and none. So then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side here. Okay, I have both sets of lashes on. For the $2 per pair, I would say that they're cute. And they're not too dramatic for an everyday look. And they're not heavy, they're really light, so that's nice, because sometimes you buy lashes and they're just too heavy and it's really uncomfortable, and then it just looks way fake. But I like it. I think these are nice. Let's see how many wears I get out of them. But that is the total look then. What do you guys think? Let me know. The lashes are called My Lash Classic, $6 at TJ Maxx. Thanks for watching, ladies.